What's good, YouTube? Carfight King here, Aqua Life Baby. You already know how it is. So today's video, guys, I wanted to go over my brother's first place 1.5 Shinegreymon deck profile for you. He was able to go undefeated in our tournament this past Sunday. Some very close matchups he had with this deck. Most notably, I know like round two, he clutched out the win in game three against Ragnarlord. Round three, he played against a rookie, the rookie, I guess a rookie rush, like a rookie Imperial Rush type of deck. And then final round, in the championship round, he mirror matched a Shine, against Shinegreymon. I think in the first round he played against a green deck, but yeah, really good day that he had this past Sunday, the local tournament. So I just kind of wanted to go over his build. That the current build that he was playing then, I know that we've been labbing it out. We always lab out, try to change things up, try to improve what we did. But this is his current build. So, the eggs is the Upamon, and he runs the Tokamon. I mean, Upamon is pretty much the consensus best egg to run for, yellow, I guess, for right now. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, you draw a card. So, really, once you have 3 or 4 security cards, he just gets turned on. Then Tokamon, just for an extra little 1000 DP. Don't know how often this came in handy, but I mean, yellow isn't too heavily focused around, kind of like what their eggs can do. They don't have any like really game-changing eggs, but, they're solid enough. He was playing, the rookie lineup we were playing was kind of weird. Didn't really look at it, too much. It was really like a test lineup that we were doing, and we just never changed it up when the tournament started. But 2 Vanilla Sukaimon, just an easy 2-drop. 1 Labramon, 2 Salamon, on deletion, 3 fewer security cards, just for an extra recovery option, and then 2 Lopmon. Not sure if we wanted, and 4 Patamon. We really wanted to. We were looking at just having 5 cards you really wanted to Digivolve on top of, and then Lopmon is a card that you hardcast for its ability. And then Salamon is a card where, it's a secondary option to Patamon and Labramon to, Digivolve on top of an egg with. And then it's a card that, if you have 3 or 4 security cards, you crash into something, crash into security, get yourself some a security back. So that's really what we're doing. I'm not sure what he's changed up in the ratio so far, but this is what the rookie line was running. Patamon's like super strong. I mean, it was a solid rookie lineup anyways. Like it really really worked out. Lotmon's really strong, and I think that's probably a card that we're looking at. He's looking at increasing, but we'll see. And then it looks like we pretty much have a standard lineup for level 4s for yellow, and I've seen the 3 Repamon, 4 Teruimon, and 4 of the Unimon. I really think that that's just a standard lineup that most Shine decks run anyways. Repamon at 3, Repamon being that like same cost as a rookie but a level 4, so having this sit on the board for an extra turn lets you go into like a Rise Greymon and into a Shine really easy if it just sits on the board. Yeah, it gets killed by Volcanic Dramon, but at that point, if your opponent's dropping a Volcanic Dramon, giving you a lot of memory, Shine really makes you punish, really punishes your opponent for that. Teruimon, 1 cost Evo, and then 4 blockers. It's a pretty standard level 4 lineup here. Not too crazy, if anything, just efficiency. I'll call it that, just efficiency. For the low 5s and the megas, 3 Cyremon, again, vanilla, but it's a Monzaimon clone. Just efficient digivolving, gets you to where you need to get. 4 Rise Greymon, best level 5 in the deck. He lets you, when you Digivolve, you play a Tamer from your hand for free. So it literally, for a 3 cost, you're putting a Tamer on board plus himself as a body, and that's like really good. And you look to really place down extra TKs in your hand that you're probably not going to hardcast out. Kari's TKs, Trodic TKs, things like that. And then he gives you security +1 if you have 3 or more yellow Tamers in play. So he already kind of sets himself up by putting 1 on. It's just you do the rest by putting more than putting the other two on, and then whatever gets on top of him gets to have an extra security attack strong. And then 2 Angel Woman. The Angel Woman was in there, and it's a card that obviously you can consider cutting down a Siren, going up again, just depending on how you want to play. But really, 2 Angel Woman was in there. Again, you can do some really nice cheeky plays, like you can Lopmon yourself from 4 to 3, and then Digivolve on top of something else in the Angel Woman to put yourself back up to 4. But she came in the clutch a lot of times. I think it was against either Rookie Rush. I think she came in the clutch by being able to Digivolve into her, giving you that extra security. So that's one more thing your opponent has to hit. I think also against Ragnarlord, I think as well. But I think it's just a good card. The Trial deck one's a pretty good card for the Shine deck. Then on to the Megas, we run 3 Slash and 4 Shine. So we were debating on running like 2 Slash Angemons, and then and 4 Shine, and then putting that extra card somewhere else. So we really kind of treat that third slot that the Slash Angemon's filling up is as a kind of like a tech option, or flex option, we like to call them. However, the 3 Slash Angemons really came in handy. If you can't get to Shine, who is obviously the main play in the deck, this card is good really to do. You have really 5 targets that you want to Digivolve on top of the 3 Siren and 2 Angel Woman, just to minus something, and then you can, with TK and everything, you can do a combo play like minus something and then crash over it, or minus something Glorious Burst, depending on how big it is. I mean, Slash is just a solid card overall. You really want Shine to go over Greymon because he's stronger with the security tag, but he did I think in the Shine matchup he Digivolve Slash over Rise and swung and hit 2 securities, and so it's a move that people don't really think about too much, but like, hey, you do what you got to do, right? So so and also the other reason is that he wanted to see his Megas in his hand a little bit more, as off, pretty much just as, his level 5s. He really wanted to see his Megas in hand because he didn't, because Yellow doesn't really play too well with like just like the low base cards and things like that. You wanted to get to your more higher level 5 and up type of cards, and that's where really your offense kind of turns on. So that's what I do. And obviously 4 Shine, best card in the deck, one of the best cards in the game. The more Tamers you have out on the board, it's a literal bomb, for your opponent, and it's just a very strong, very, very strong card overall. And it also can hit everything. So the more Tamers you have, he gets 1,000 DP for each Tamer, so he can punch over, again, punch over both things. And the one thing about Shinegreymon is you don't want them to go into the late game, because Shinegreymon will, really commands a lot of the late game, especially if your opponent hasn't used him yet. And the way that we kind of figure that Shine is used as a punish. It's used as a card to punish your opponent for doing something, for putting out a wide board, for putting out a large unit. You build tall against Shinegreymon, and he just cuts you right down. Slash Angemon acts in that same fashion just a little bit, but Slash Angemon still is more that generic card that you Digivolve on top of. But this guy is really just a punish, and once he hits the board, he's really, especially over Greymon, he's swinging for the fences. And if you need to play board control by swinging over anything, or you want to crash into security, this guy is extremely strong for that. And then the Tamers and options, we're running 2 copies of Glorious Burst. Glorious Burst is an amazing card. Glorious Burst essentially acts as a Shinegreymon without putting a body on board and only having 3 Tamers, because it minus it by 12,000 DP. But this card hits pretty much anything in the meta. Yeah, it pretty much hits anything in the meta that's not named Millenniumon or Omnimon. This hits pretty much everything, and this card really can close out games. And there, against decks like Ragnarlord and Omni, you can Digivolve into a Slash Angemon, do what you need to do with that, and then before you end your turn, Glorious Burst and finish killing it off. So I mean, it's just a very powerful option, and again, we think of this card as a bodiless Shinegreymon with 3 Tamers. And then as for the Tamers, we were playing 9 Tamers, but for this tournament, we kind of bumped it up to 10. We added an extra TK Takashi. So 4 TKs from the set, 3 Karis, and 3 from the trial deck. Where you are running kind of like a lower count of rookies, but really, Again, this deck is a deck that's set up and plays really well into the late game, so you don't really care about dropping this TK early on in the game just so you can look at your second hand and be like, huh, I don't have a rookie. Oh, it's in my second hand. I can add it back. Oh, I see Shinegreymon. There's a card that's going to be a potential bomb during the game. Like this TK Takashi is super super good, and if you play a little passive with the deck too, and you're at 3 or not, you can play that. You can hard play this card, put another tamer on board, add another card to hand, and put another card in security, and then pass your turn over to your opponent at 1. You know, it's just really a strong tamer card for yellow. I don't really see this deck really cutting down on them any. Kari is a decent card with 3 or fewer security cards. You gain a memory, and then TK, your security Digimon get 2K power. So with yellow, your security Digimon are not exactly that strong, but if you can get two at least 2 TKs on the board, everything is plus 4,000 DP. A lot of the times that lets your level 4s, that are 6K, hit 10, and that can take out pretty much. That really discourages anybody from really poking at your security with anything, or else they lose a card, or can scare someone into not swinging with a certain mega because they got enough TKs on board to where a certain card can match their power. So it's really a card that it's just a solid card overall, the trial deck TK. But yeah, 10 tamers, not too bad. But that's been the deck profile for good old Shinegreymon. Fantastic deck. Great job to him winning the tournament. I will be uploading my Imperial Dramon deck profile very soon. I got a few things I want to lab out first before I upload it, but I will be taking care of that soon, and I will try to do some more discussion videos with with the Digimon card game, just a few strategy videos and other things that you want to look out for. I really want to keep cranking out this content, and hopefully you guys enjoy. This is a great card game, and I really encourage a lot of people to come in and try it. And so far it's wonderful. But this is Card Fight King, Aqua Life, baby. You already know how it is, and we out of here.